And the Spectre thinking, Spectre's fine. She gets disrupted, gets purged. We walk away, move away further. Spectre's slowed up. We leave her behind. She's like, guys, help, please. And we turn around and Spectre is there and then dies to the purge and the illusions. It's just ridiculous, the amount of damage it can kick out. But Darkseer picked up for Myth. We've talked about that too much now. Darkseer picked up for Myth. Interesting. This is going to make Death Prophet kind of difficult to lock down because we don't have any good stuns.
10 seconds remaining.
If anything, right now, Zephyr need a really solid series of stuns because Darkseer is going to make Death Prophet. If she gets her Yules, and she's got the Yules to just throw herself up the air. If there's a Shadow Demon in there as well, we'll leave the Shadow Demon out, but if she's got the Yules to throw herself up in the air, disjoint some damage, then Darkseer walks in and says, you know what? Run away from that fight and just zooms away. There's nothing to follow up stun-wise. This could be a serious issue for Zephyr if they cannot lock down that Death Prophet to burst her down. I feel like they need something like a Titan here. Shadow Shaman being picked up by Earthshaker. By Myth Trust, not Earthshaker. By Myth Trust. Gives them some really good... they've got some serious push power now, and I think this is a solid pick here. Myth have gone for some really early aggression in terms of tower pushing. And Spectre, she takes a while to come online. She's not as insane as she once was with the comeback mechanic being nerfed. But she's still pretty awkward. If she gets a couple of good fights, she can definitely come back. But I still feel like they may just lose all of their towers before they can actually get her farmed and up to speed. So this could be quite awkward. A Wind Ranger as well. That's probably... I mean, it could be a position for Wind Ranger solo mid Skyreath Mage. And I feel like Skyreath Mage might stand a better chance of going up against a Death Prophet. But right now, they don't have the team fight. Zephyr kind of like the team fight. There's the lockdown, though. This is the lockdown they needed to try and shut down the Death Prophet. They really needed that quite badly. Because they've got to hold her in place and then burst her down. And if they don't have the roar up, it's going to be really, really friggin' difficult to get on top of her and make sure she goes down and get those ghosts out of the fight because they are just going to tear this Radiant lineup apart at this point in time. And of course, there are, the Shadow Shaman Snakes as well to be wary of. The Clockwork, the final ban for Myth Trust, as well. Should also mention the Pugna being banned out there. I guess they could have gone all in with the Pugna pick there. That would have been a full-on pushing pick. But it doesn't matter regardless. I think they're looking at this point in time. They're probably looking for a core farmer, and it's going to be a Lycan, of course. I mean, if you're looking for a pusher, why go any further than a Lycan? And it's on the Dire side too, so we're going to have that there. We're going to have that, and Lakel's does play a bit of Lycan. I think he's got like six or eight games on it. I think they lost their last one that he played with it though, so we'll see how they manage this one. But they're up against a very greedy lineup with the Spectre. Their Spectre is a hero carry who needs time to get into the fight. She's not one of those heroes who can really participate easily early on.
Prepare for battle.
Let's call out the lineup here for the two teams. So, playing on the Radiant side, we have Zephyr this time round. And we've got Cynical standing on the Skyreath Mage, Blitz playing Windrunner, Corey on the Spectre, Purge playing Ancient Apparition, and Malini playing the Beastmaster. For the Dire side, for Myth Trust, we have... Well, I'm back. I'm not dead sure that's meant to be. I'm back playing Shadow Shaman, KYT playing the Darkseer, SD playing the Shaker. Okay. Not sure who that is. Playing Death Prophet, and Lakel's going to be running on the Lycan. I guess the Steam name didn't update. What is that? That looks like a pig face. We're going to call him Piggy.
To battle.
Or Death Prophet. Shadow Shaman's going to head top. Looks like they might just be running... the Earthshaker roaming for a little while. Just making sure they can't pick off the Death Prophet. Cynical's going to be taking... Looks like Malini's going to be heading up into the offlane there. Now they're going to try and get some damage on Lakel's. Lakel's turns to fight for a short while, then backs off immediately. Takes a bit of harassment there with the Arcane Bolt. And now Blitz actually trying to run down Shadow Shaman, who is, of course, very, very slow. There's the body block coming out. Another Arcane Bolt going to come out as well. He's taking a lot of damage. Harassment coming out from Blitz. Going to try and run him down here. They need some CC. They don't actually have any. So there's the first blood. That's exactly what Zephyr want to help things get off to a good start. And it is actually going to be Blitz in this offlane. It's going to be a solo mid Malini with the Beastmaster up against the Death Prophet. I don't know how well he's going to manage this. The Crypt Swarm Harass is pretty harsh, so we'll see. And she has decent early armor as well, so the axes may not do that much damage, but we'll see. Actually, she's only got 3 armor. Actually, that's more damage than a magical nuke, so actually they're going to do alright. But mostly he's just been looking to get the levels here. He's not going to be able to shut down her farm. If he shuts down her farm, he will have massively outplayed her. I'll be quite surprised. Okay, there we go. The Steam name did update. It's BBN. And now the shackles down. Cynical's been trapped off there by the fissure. He's in a lot of trouble here. Needs to try and get away. He's got boots. He might be able to run away. No, not quite. The last auto attack there from Shadow Sham will bring him down. He gets a bit of revenge. Blitz now getting caught out. No, not getting caught out. They're deciding not to go for that. Doesn't really have the follow-up damage. Not with just the like in there, as the Earthshaker's already backed off, popping the clarity, trying to get the mana back. Might try and set something up on Malini here. Malini has picked up his bottle though. No boots yet though, so they might be able to run him down because we've got the Witchcraft there on Death Prophet. She really wants level 3. Gets it now. They could manage to nuke him down, maybe. Maybe not. And now it looks like Cynical is rotating towards his own safe lane, and it looks like it's going to be Darkseid just farming away here. Of course, we should have mentioned actually that Orb. Oh man, this sucks for carries to farm, melee carries to farm against. The Iron Shell, so difficult to deal with. There we go. Arcane Bolt gonna come out? No, not enough. Illusion. They've got no stuns to cancel that. So Darkseid can just teleport away, or even just, well, I suppose, surge away if he wanted to. Has he got surge yet? Yes, of course, he has surge now. Opened up with the Arcane, the Iron Shell. And now we're going to go for a block here on Blitz. Blitz could be in a lot of trouble. Block goes out just to trap him. The Shackles go out as well. Doesn't go for the stun here, as Lakel's just auto-attack, cancelling the auto-attacks because the win run was up, so he couldn't land the damage yet. And now it looks like they are just going to let him walk away because he is only a level 1 Earthshaker. He was hoping, so he could have walked up there and done a couple of extra punches, but decided it wasn't worth it because they probably weren't going to get the kill anyway. And he did not want to cancel that clarity because as a level 1 Earthshaker, pretty much all you've got is that fissure to your name. It's the only thing that makes you useful. Now Blitz, though, handling this off lane alone, he's doing, it's alright considering he's up against the Shackles, but they're not up against that much damage. He's mostly wary because he's got no vision, so he doesn't know where this guy is. He doesn't know where the Earthshaker is. It's causing some issues. Now it looks like Cynical's headed back to mid, going to harass away with his fairy balls there, causing some issues for BBN. He's going to have to back up a bit. Earthshaker. This roaming is good, like it stops ganks and stuff, but if you do it too much, you end up very underfarmed. If he gets some stacks though, this is the main thing, set up some stacks and Darkseid will help him clear later. He can catch up as it looks like there's a kill attempt on Death Prophet. Death Prophet a lot of trouble. There's the fissure though. Is it enough with the fairy balls? It will be enough. And Death Prophet, second kill there for Zephyr, exactly what they need. They need to slow this hero down quite badly. If they can keep her underfarmed, at least keep her low on health. If she goes for an early Yules, maybe they can still take her out. But if she gets a lot of early health, it's going to be quite difficult for them to burst her down, I feel. I don't think they have the damage output when Skyearth Mage has gotten off to a not a fantastic start. He's been roaming a fair bit. So Mystic Flare isn't really going to be leveled enough to deal with her. And they don't have that much follow-up burst nuke. Looks like Lakel's is going to jump into the jungle now, and they're going to just try and create some room. I like this. Yes. They're creating room here for Shadow Shaman to get some farm. And most important levels, because if you can get the early level 6, they can start pushing a lot quickly. It's really hard to deal with those early Serpent Wards.
Tower is under attack.
So that can guarantee some early towers as well. Just get that farm rolling on in. They have managed to suppress the Spectre farm decently. She's on 20 and 3 at the moment. Is going for Spectral Dagger as well as the Desolate. Not doing any levels in Dispersion just yet. So she's going for that damage when she ults. Just get the extra damage out. Can cause maybe some extra pickoffs. There's a Concussive Shot. They might go for this kill, but Earthshaker's there. We'll cut them off. Or they might just continue on, actually. No, they changed their mind. Teleport coming in. We're going to have Lycan heading back the lane, but I don't think they're going to be able to set anything up with their Blitz. Has boots, I'm pretty sure. Oh, she might get getting body block. He's getting body blocked a bit. Silence comes out, though. Prevents the Shackles. Speaking of Shackles, tossed out there from Blitz. And there's the cutoff. Exactly what they want. Possible double kill coming in there. Power Shot comes through. Gets some low, though. Turns, tries to get a return kill. Doesn't get a double kill there for Lakel's. Exactly what Mythras want to respond to the early movements from Zephyr. As the Boar gonna get denied. Doesn't get snagged up there. Flat gold at the moment, though. I think importantly we should look at the experience, and it is slightly in favor of Myth, not by much though. Supports are having to back off and head back to base. It's going to cost him some time, not really doing a whole lot. Could have leached some experience here, although maybe not all that much. See the farmer's going for Beastmaster. Of course, picked up that early bottle. He's doing, I mean, laning 1v1 as a melee against Death Prophet is a pretty tall order, so he's doing decently. 23 and 4. Could be a lot worse indeed. 23 and 4 up against 33 and 6 Death Prophet. She's looking for that rune. Snags a double damage. That's going to be a headache. Raw goes out, committed on Lakel's. Lakel's in a problem here. Can we get the axes? The axes get tossed out. Return swing picks him off. That's going to slow Lycan down, unfortunately. For Mythtrust, they really want to get that push rolling on early, because if Spectre gets up to speed, I don't feel like they have the damage to fight her in the late game. And she is getting some farm. It's not like she's been like completely shut out of this game. She's getting some okay farm. In fact, she's actually caught up a fair bit now. Now she's got the Ring of Health. She can actually stand up to the Iron Shell a lot better. But the Smoke Gang coming in. There's a Surge. Going to set up the Shackles here. We're going to have the Earthshaker come in. Going to throw down the stun just for the damage. Doesn't even worry about the positioning. Obviously, Spectre can just jump over the top of it, so it doesn't really matter. But throws down the extra damage for the Aftershock there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And then we'll get the kill. Windrunner. Blitz is going for a 1 in Shackles, 3 in Power Shot, 2 in Windrun. He's just trying to get that extra duration to try and make him a little bit safer in this lane. As we see the Wolves scouting out Cynical's rotation there. He did teleport top, so that's a waste of time for him. He'll have to back off with nothing gained. Unfortunate, but there you go. Darkseer gone for Sol Ring. We'll see if he decides to turn that into a Bloodstone later, but I feel like this is the kind of game where you could even justify grabbing an early Blink Dagger on him, because a good Vacuum can set everything up for Earthshaker. Even if he doesn't get his early Blink off, it is a really big deal. But it looks like he's just continuing his stack. He's got 1 stack. That's it. He's just got 1 stack. But he's just trying to get that ready for Darkseer to come and help him leech the experience. Bottom lane, though, they're going to try and set anything up. No, not really. There's a Chilling Touch. Just going to cause some harassment. Purge. Leveling Chilling Touch. No Vortex just yet. Going to run for his life. Not going to get away. Motion's being drawn here on the minimap. They're going to try and set up a gank. Here, maybe? No? No, he's backed off. I think he's wary. Earthshaker looking to get the positioning in. I don't think he's going to find it.
Radiant's middle tower
rotation, smoke rotation here for Zephyr. They're looking to get their own pick off, and this could be a dead Earthshaker. Or even, actually, a Lycan in Strike. He does have his ult, though. Gets silenced. Doesn't get off that transformation. Actually, he does. Transformation time, not silenced. He will manage to speed away. There we go. Unless a power shot or something can bring him down. Although, no Windrunner here anyway, so it doesn't matter. She teleported back out of the lane, and they will get away with likely no casualties. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, there was a pick off. Actually, Spectre ults up. This could indeed be a kill. Axes come out. They will pick off the Earthshaker.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Actually, they also go for the Shadow Shaman as well. I thought they'd back off there. Spectre decided to come the full deal, go the full deal in. Jumps out of the bottom lane, and we should also mention that Purge was picked off in the bottom lane while that was going on.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But this creates space for Death Prophet. She gets a free lane with the rotation towards top lane. Says, you know what, alright, every time you leave these lanes, I'm taking towers. And once Shadow Shaman hits the level 6, which he's getting very close to, he's only about 400 experience away, once he gets that, it's going to be the same issue. Every time they leave a lane alone, towers disappear. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Purge, though, will get picked off. Just easy gank for them there. He's slow. Does he even have boots? He does have boots, but still. Surge there on the Darkseer. You're not getting away from that. They're just going to try and fight over this pool here. And this bottom tier 1 for Zephyr also going to get picked off. Now, gold swing in favour of Myth.
Radiant's bottom tower
Even after those good couple of kills there from Zephyr, the towers are proving to be too much in terms of gold swing. Experience-wise, they're also still in favour of Zephyr. In favour of Myth. I think it's mostly because, well, as we've seen, there's been a lot of roaming coming out from Earthshaker. He hasn't really been getting as much as he'd like. Up to almost level 5, though. He's picked up 1 in Totem Stomp. As it looks at top lane, they might go for a kill here. Don't get in range for the CC, and he will just speed away there.
Yes.
Dire's middle tower is
See where
under
Spectre
attack.
goes with this. I don't know if he'll go for the full-on Crimson Guard, because I'm pretty sure... Oh, we get a kill there. Earthshaker getting caught out in the Roshan pit. Interesting. But there we go. Snakes deployed on the top lane. Tier 1 getting a lot of damage. Lycan, does he have his ultimate up? He is ready to go. He also has a Vladimir's offering. Could go with a Roshan fairly soon. Pops off the ult, gets it off, but there's the stun. That transformation time causing some issues. He will get brought down. Spectre now going to haunt in here. So we're going to go after Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman taking a lot of damage. Getting surged out there. Bishop comes through. Going to block off. Oh no, only slightly blocked though. It looks like he might be able to just vacuum them. He's turning on them. It looks like Darkseer is going to go for a kill here. Can't quite find it though. So low and cynical. They just want... Oh no, he goes down. I think he went down to a DOT there. Looks like now we've got another dagger being thrown through there. Nothing comes through. Spectre actually finds Shadow Shaman on the back end there. That was a long range one indeed. Brings him down. And Blitz will have to escape to the well. Fairly low. But Exorcism up, and they could take this tier 1 tower. They did manage to repel at least manage to get the Serpent Wards out for no benefit. And there we go. We're going to have
structures are fortified.
The fortification deployed. We'll just pop up after this goes down. There should be no attempt to deny. Meanwhile, Port mid, we're going to have Shadow Shaman head there. Just going to try and grab some more experience from that lane. So looks like, what have we got coming on this? Looks like the Yules is coming out for Death Prophet. It's exactly what she needs to avoid getting brought down. But that transformation time, that is causing issues for Lycan. He's getting caught out when normally he really wouldn't. And this Roshan also beating the stuffing out of him at the moment. He might need a little bit of help here. He's not doing as well as he'd like, actually. He's got another set of wolves, actually. He should be fine. He resummons the wolves. That stomp, though, causing some degree of pain for him, though. Just cycling the aggression there. I think he should be able to manage this now. He's got another 15 seconds on wolves. Yeah, he's cycling them nicely. They're regenerating health quite rapidly. Of course, that buff really good. Loses one, but he's going to bring him down here. Roshan's getting picked up.
Roshan has
not bird. They know the Lycan had. Well, they should have checked by now that the Lycan has the Vladimir's offering, so I'm surprised he didn't actually have the bird scanning that. But there we go, Silence getting tossed through. Hex thrown out on Malini, but the Silence is on top of the Shadow Shaman. He's in some trouble. Ice Blast comes through. They will pick off Shadow Shaman and an Earthshaker as well. That's a 2 for 1, as they do actually lose. Cynical there, and now, there's the wolf. There's the big bad wolf. They don't have a stun though. He's just going to TP out. There's nothing they can do. TP's out. Meanwhile, Blitz just chips away at the tier 1 top. Nothing comes from that though. Bottom lane, Spectre continues to farm. She's bought something up, I think. What's she gone for? She's going for... Wow, okay. She's actually going for Crimson Guard. Or possibly just casual Vanguard. Now, Vanguard, even if it's not going into the Crimson Guard, Vanguard was something I saw Burning build. And Spectre, one time when he was behind, he built it one time when he was behind. The advantage the Vanguard gave him, because his team were losing badly, was he disappeared in the jungle and used the Vanguard to let him jungle. And that actually got him back into the game, and he got enough farm, and he became powerful enough that he won the game. Because his Spectre came ahead. And I think it was Tongfu LGD he was playing against. The very next game, they picked a Spectre, fell behind with the Spectre as well, but they didn't build the Vanguard. So the Spectre kept trying to farm the lane and kept dying, and kept finding no room to farm, and just couldn't get any money. So she got no items, and they ended up losing. So it was a complete just reversal of roles there. But now, Hawk getting caught out there. As it will get picked off. Malini now running away from the snakes, doing a lot of damage, but he's getting caught out by the ghosts there. So much damage, as it looks like Darkseer will pick off 3 heroes there, as it looks. Well, we'll pick off the Ancient Apparitions. The TP out from Cynical just gets away, but it looks like Spectre about to get caught out. There's the Yules. Ghost still coming in here. We've already lost one to these ghosts. The Exorcism doing so much damage. Look at that. He's got enough for a Crypt Storm. There we go. Brings him down with the aid of the Fissure. And there's not much that Zephyr can do about that. That Exorcism is a real ball buster. They've got to get in on top of her before she ults. Otherwise, it's lights out for them in the fights. Serpent Wards didn't do well. Well, Serpent Wards dished out a fair amount of damage to Malini, but they didn't do as much as they could have. If the Fissure and the Lockdown got deployed next to the Serpent Wards and locked them down next to it, those really would have hurt a lot. But it didn't matter, because in the end, Malini was just run down by that Exorcism. She's so fast. Phase Boots, Yules, Witchcraft, it's just so much. It's so much speed. There's no way to get away from it. You've got to be something like a Lycan to stay ahead of that. But Cynical, about to get caught out yet again. There's the Yules setting up the fight. We're going to have a Fissure follow-up. Lands on top of a Hex as well. Chaining, well, not really chaining, stacking those stuns together. Ice Blast for good measure to try and counter. Doesn't do anything. Purge gave it his best. Bring up the net worth there. 5k lead for Myth at the moment at the 15-minute mark. Experience-wise, 5k lead for Myth as well. Roshan's Aegis about to be reclaimed in 2 minutes. As Darkseer has got his mech... Oh, there we go. Blink Dagger. His early Blink Dagger is going to be so good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just allows them to blink, vacuum, and then Earthshaker follow-up. You throw snakes or a silence onto that. That is a huge ball-busting fight breaker there that you can use to just completely decimate a fight. Axes come out while clip the Darkseer a little bit. Don't do a whole lot though. The armor there, and did that trap the Lycan? I think he doesn't have phasing either. He's stuck.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But
attack.
looks like Zephyr aren't going to make anything happen anyway. Cynical could throw... Oh, no, he's not stuck. Never mind. Looked like he was sort of stuck, but he's not. Mystic Flare thrown out. Does a lot of damage. Brings him down with a Shatter. They've taken down the Death Prophet. Maybe they can turn this fight. The snakes are still there, though. They have to be careful. The damage is coming out. They will trigger the Aegis on the Lycan. But there's no follow-up. The snakes are too strong. They don't want to get near the Serpent Wolves. Or do they? Windrunner using a Windrun. Gets in close, but gets shackled straight away. They need something to cancel. They've got no stuns, though. There's the silence. It will come through. On top of Shadow Shaman. Brings him down. Stun comes out from Earthshaker. Brings down Malini. Power shot through. Down goes Lycan. We've got the Haunt in. Going to cause a ton of damage here as well. Looks like the only survivor. The only two survivors will be Earthshaker on very little health. Pops the smoke to get away from the illusions, I think. As well as, of course, Darkseer being too fast to catch. But there we go. A nice swing there for Zephyr. That's exactly what they need. A 1k swing in their favour. But most importantly, I feel the experience. At this stage, 16 minutes of the game, the experience more important. 1300 in their favour. So it is bringing it back a little bit. But they need another couple of good fights like that. But they did lose. Like, the gold swing would have been bigger. But the tower went down. So we've got to keep that in mind. 3.3k as well on this Death Prophet. I'm going to bring up net worth now. 3.3k on this Death Prophet. Up to 8.8k in net value. She might just go for a Reaver in a second. See in a moment. Skyrath Mage though, rolling up here. Just going to help do some wards with his buddies. Bounty Rune top. So Earthshaker, no Blink Dagger yet. He's kind of under, well, really under farm. I think they're actually, they're giving the farm here. They're not really worried about the Blink Echo Slam. They mostly just want to blink, get the vacuum off, and then follow up with a fissure. I think that's pretty much all they need in terms of initiation. The Echo Slam is nice, but they can't really rely on the follow-up Echo Slam because, of course, Haunt, there we go, transformation, but it's silenced as well. Shatter on top of that. Ice Blast comes in. Ultimate's deployed. And they will bring down Lakel's. Malini now copying a fissure, but it's just a how do you do, and he will back off. And yeah, they're trying to get the... I'm pretty sure it's a blink on Shadow Shaman they're trying to pick up. I just want that raw blink on him to... Cynical, he's... Oh no, they blocked... No, never mind. Good vacuum there from Darkseer. Drags him back over the fissure. I thought he messed up there for a second. Beastmaster, Malini will find a bounty rune.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Zephyr, they really just want to get these fights on. They want to try and get a few pickoffs if they can. They don't really want to roll the 5v5s. Their 5v5 I feel is still a lot weaker, but they can get those pickoffs. They've got the good initiation with Raw. They can follow up the damage from Mystic Flare. They can really just guarantee to knock people down. Especially since Beastmaster can be in the fights when he needs to. He's gone for the Boots of Travel first. This allows him to just teleport in the fight with the Hawk. Just sends the Hawk to scout, sends somebody up, although, blink, vacuum, whiffs it, doesn't hit anything, never mind. That vacuum probably could have killed Spectre, actually, because it would have dragged her back into the shackles, and that would have been lights out for Ancient Apparition trying to build an Arcanum Scepter here. And Spectre, yeah, it's just a Vanguard. He's not going for the full Crimson Guard. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure Crimson Guard doesn't work against Exorcism, so no real value in going with that there, I feel. He's just doing, like, he can just walk into the jungle camps and clean them up. It just gives him that little bit of extra grunt so he doesn't get burst down too quickly in the
Radiant's
fights.
bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, though, this is the main issue, I feel. Myth Trust are just balling up and they're taking towers. They've got the ult to do it too, although they're opting not to deploy them just yet. They're saying, you know what, we can probably take this tower with just Lycan's tower alone. Who is also going Necro Book on top of that. Reaver picked up by Death Prophet. She's 400 gold away from her heart. Oh my god, that is going to be so hard to deal with.
Structures are fortified.
And Shadow Shaman, it's not a blink. Okay, not a blink. He is going after the Arcanum Scepter. I thought they want the extra initiation value, but they are saying, you know what, the blink and vacuum is enough. Snakes deployed. Oh, gets force-staffed away nicely done, but it will be enough to bring down Malini. Malini's down after the count. Buybacks immediately. The Serpent Wards were deployed too far away from the tower. They will get very low, a little bit of damage into the tower. Not much at all, though. And the Ghost, the Exorcism being popped. It looks like nothing's going to happen, though. A bit of split pushing happening top. The TP out, the Haunt out, though, from Spectre. She comes back down to the bottom lane. And that's, whoa. Alright then, that's an Exorcism, and Serpent Wards, mass Serpent Wards wasted. That's actually pretty good for Zephyr. They hold, they buy themselves some time. They still lose the tier 2 though, of course. That is still putting the gold further and further in Myth Trust's favour. But if they can win a few fights and then get back in there...
Fortunes change.
When did that change? If they can win a few fights and get back in there... Ah, it's the S key, right. Win a few fights to get back in there, though, take a couple of towers, they will be right back where they need to be. Because, of course, right now I feel the onus is on Myth Trust. They've got to push. They've got to force the issue. If they don't, Spectre's going to get to that point where they can't deal with it. Because, like as we've seen, he's been getting burst down, and he doesn't have that much fighting capabilities on his own because he is going Vlad's into a Necro book. Vlad's is okay, but you need a damage item to really make it shine. So by itself, it's mostly just going to help him out with a push. The damage aura for his team, as well as the... well, for his summons as well. It's always nice. Cynical hasn't been able to find anything just yet. I think they're actually giving the farm to Purge at this point in time. They're saying, you know what, Purge, we really would like that Argonim Scepter Ice Blast to try and make sure we can kill this Death Prophet. And she has got a heart as well. It is done and finished up, so it looks like she will not go for Blitz. Blitz is deciding whether or not he wants to TP out. I'm not sure what Blitz is actually up to. Blitz is playing with fire there. He hasn't got any vision up here, so for all he knows, there could be an Earthshaker coming to stomp on him. He needs to be really careful about that. Now, they've seen the count. They've seen the ward. Counter ward deployed there by Cynical. We'll take that out. Darkseer, you know, they said, you can be anything. He said, alright, I'll be a ward. Blinks up onto the cliff. I'm actually not sure if that was intentional or if he messed up. There we go. Jumps down. Going to grab the bounty rune. I think he was possibly just sitting up there waiting for the rune. Double bores on his towel. Not that he really cares. They're not doing anything for damage at the moment. Just going to clean that up. Now, ooh, Earthshaker close to that Blink Dagger as I hear... Spectre. Oh boy, she's got that relic too. She's getting pretty close to the Radiance. This is going to be some trouble. This is where things are starting to get tricky for Myth. They've got good farm on the Death Prophet at the very least. That's the main thing. That's going to keep... if anything's going to keep them in the game, it's that. And Serpent Ward's deployed here for Roshan. I don't feel it's a little bit too far. They could have pushed them a bit further back. Ice Blast going to come through as well. Going to hit Lakel's. It's alright though. Because right now, although I hear the roar, they're going for the pick off there. They're going after Shadow Shaman. He gets picked off easily. And the Haunt comes... no. Haunt Exorcism first. I thought they might go for the Haunt, now go for the kill. She does have the Radiance, so I mean, they could try and cause some trouble, but they decided not to make anything happen with the Ice Blast. I thought that'd be a follow-up Haunt with that. They decided not to go for it though, and it looks like it will be a free Roshan. They settle for the counter pick off there on the Shadow Shaman, as well as a bit of chip damage on this tier 2 top. As well as the tier 1 bottom, I suppose. They're going to be damage on that. Alright, now Myth Trust are probably just going to hold up for a second, cool their jets, wait for the Serpent Wards to come back in 70 seconds, and then they'll try and make something happen down mid, I feel. They really want to get rolling. They don't want to give the Spectre any more room. Another 10 minutes of farming for Spectre, and she's going to be very hard for them to deal with. She's going to be able to get on top of the Death Prophet and cause some massive pain for her. Windrunner as well, also getting... wow, Windrunner, Blitz has been doing pretty good farm-wise here. He's got the 4 staff, which has been useful the last couple of engagements. Almost saved Malini's life last time, but most importantly, he's almost picked up a Hex. He's like a 1,500, 1,300 gold away from it. That's really close.